Hey everyone, Mike, the rideshare reseller, and we are behind Savers and Joanna Fabrics. You can see the boxes. That's where I get most of my boxes, and the fabric rolls are right there. So don't need any today. I'm boxed out. Sold a few big items, but nothing major, so I don't need any more boxes. That's my one problem, is I kind of hoard those boxes. So hey, today was a little better. Snapping out of a mini slump. One thing hits, one thing doesn't. Today the books was not good on the books, and then the thrifting was not good until the end of the day when I backtracked around to Savers. This morning Savers was slow, so I bailed out of there, hit my Goodwills. I didn't get anything. So 2 days in a row, nothing at Goodwill. Either I'm really starting to just say, hey, don't buy just to buy, or there's just nothing out there. There really isn't. I've been talking to some pickers and it's been a little slow. So talked to a few managers. Again, this is where you got to get back into what we've talked about with the networking. You've got to get to know some of the employees in the store to get a feel for what's going on. If donations are slow, that kind of thing. Savers here, we can see what's coming in the front, so we kind of know what's happening there as far as if there's a huge influx of stuff coming in. At least you can see it. I feel Savers gets a ton more stuff than Goodwill, at least because Goodwill has several of them. Savers has just the one, so I feel they get more stuff. But you got to get those feels for those stores to try to understand if it's you or the stores or a combination. It's just, you know, the luck again, the timing, all of that kind of stuff. So you got to sometimes switch it up just to kind of break things up, to get yourself in a different mode. You know, I saw a lot of book scanners today in the Goodwill. I'm not a big book scanner in the Goodwills. They seem to not put a whole lot of books out. So I don't tend to scan many books in the Goodwill. Talking to other pickers, same thing. Nothing terrific out there. Tomorrow is the flea market. Hopefully we'll hit some stuff. It's been 91 degrees out here, so it's been hot. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to get out there early, take a quick look at that, and then get back into my normal day, and then we'll decide on Friday if we take that day and just do a lot of book stuff and maybe some listing. We'll take a look at that. We'll show you what we got today, and we'll show you some items that sold. Typical kind of pattern here. We'll show you the 5 items that I got today. That's all I got was 5, and then we'll show you 5 items that I sold. All right, so let's start with what we found, right? Okay, let me dig in here. Interesting little item. It's a teapot, alligator teapot. Paid $5.99 minus that 20% discount. You can see it there. The name is John something, Gunth 89. It is between $59 and $74 in that range for this alligator teapot. All right, let's go into the next one. Savers again. This one came out late. I managed to grab it. Homer Simpson. I got to back up a little bit. Homer Simpson and large talking and dancing Homer Simpson. Pretty cool, and the price was very reasonable, $7.99. Doesn't get a whole lot. He gets between $40 and $50, but still in the box will help me a lot. Okay, so look for those kind of there he is. We'll get that sunshine off him. Look for these kind of things, right? We always look for them. They just stand out. You know that they're pretty decent. All right, and this guy is a little interesting. I'll try to put the one comp maybe up for this so you can see it. I didn't know what it was, but it's a Sony power, some kind of Sony power supply. Real positive what it is. I paid $4.99 for it. Did a little digging and I found out that there's a comp of a sold one of these for $175. So this could be another $175 or $150. Might take a little while, but it doesn't take up that much space, so we'll store it and somebody will eventually need this. All right, let's keep moving. That's what, 1, 2, 3. All right, here comes number 4. An old staple, a Bose. Now this is the first one I have found like this, where it's got the 3 CD changer on the bottom. This is 2 pieces, and I paid $12.99. I do not have the remote. but it's still going to get good money. I've got the power to test it. I don't know if I can, without the remote, if you have much you can do with this particular unit, but there'll still be somebody to buy it. I don't know the value completely, but I know that if I had the remote, I'm in a $150 to $200 range on this setup if it worked. So the usual bows, obviously very good to buy. All right, let me get this one a little heavy. Oh man, a little heavy. This is the Champion juicer. It's heavy duty. We paid $12.99 for her. Champion juicer, and they go for about $100 to $125 in that general range. Nothing fantastic, but you know, a solid find. Minus my 20%, I'm under $10, so we'll make good money on it, and it will sell. It will sell pretty quickly, I think. So that's it. Those are the 5 items I got. New attitude out there as far as really kind of cracking down on some things that I just don't want to buy, you know. So it's in my head, and that's probably it. I probably maybe would have picked up 1 or 2 more items, but they were really on the line, so I just left them, didn't bother with them. All right, let's go into some things that sold. All right, right off the bat is an Alexis Bitar bracelet. You'll see it. $4.99 on this bracelet. I have another one that is a little bit bigger and a little bit more money. I think that one's for $149. This guy here sold for $92 plus $7.95 shipping. All right, next up, when we cleaned out the garage, we found some things that we had laying around, and I listed a bunch of stuff, and this was one of the items, and it sold right away. It was a vintage 2-ball golf ball retriever, which I had bought a while back, and this one sold for $29.95 and $14.95 shipping. So again, if you're starting out in the business, or if you want to clean your garage out and you're in the business, or your storage or whatever, you'll be amazed at some things that have dropped off listing that might be worth something, or that you have missed, okay? And this was one of them. This was $29.95 and sold. I sold another item. We'll talk about that one another day. So I made money on the garage sale, and I also made money by finding these older items that I had. All right. Next up is the John Deere RC car, or whatever you want to call it, tractor. And if you remember me holding it up in the one video, it was very heavy, very big. It was daunting. I was in my head, how am I going to ship this? Please be Arizona, Washington, Oregon, something like that. Not my luck. All the way across. I think it's in Florida or North Carolina, but it's all the way across the country. No, it's actually New Jersey. It's New Jersey. And it sold for $122.95, and the shipping was $59.95. And I got a daunting note from the buyer that said, please package it well. The one that he just bought came damaged, and now he needs this one to repair that one. So I don't know what he did there as far as damages go. Did he cut another deal with the seller? But this one, I used my, right back there, my fabric roll things, and built a cage and some stuff, and it should get there. And the price for shipping came out to $52.95. There was a question about how I, do shipping. When I put $59.95, would I refund some of the delivery if it was like $39.95? Probably not on this, because number one, I got to package that thing. That thing's not easy. It's going to take some time to package that. So there's time involved, packaging, all that. You got to take all that into account. So no, I probably would not. This thing is a beast. It's $59.95 no matter what. It's just, that's the way it rolls. It's heavy, and it's also very awkward. So we have to hope that it gets there. It should. I'm pretty good at it, but you just don't know. All right, up next is a new face. This is a wrinkle thing. There's so many of these newfangled devices right out there. This one here was brand new, open box. And we paid, I think, $5.99 for this particular item, and it sold for $100 plus $9.95 shipping, I think. or no, $12.95 shipping, $12.95 shipping. So, you know, these kind of things. You saw me sell that one that, I don't know if you saw that restoration thing that put on your head to grow hair. I have no idea what that, you know, works or not. That thing sold for over $300. So there's a lot of these devices that you find out there that you can make some good money on. And this was one of them, $100. All right, next up, bread and butter software, Adobe Photoshop sealed Mac version. $139.97 is what it sold for, with $5.95 media shipping. Can't tell you enough, guys. Keep looking for that software. That's another item. You know, we hear people talking about, Mike, you're in such a lucrative area, but I guarantee you that you can find a lot, or, you know, 60% of the stuff that I find is nationwide, maybe even more. You know, software, books, albums, all that kind of stuff is not just my area, it's everywhere. So you got to keep your eye out for all that kind of stuff. You know, the alligator purse, for example, that could be found anywhere, generally speaking. So it's out there. It's just you got to get to it, right? And I understand that, you know, you're out in the rural areas of this country or not near a big city. It's tricky, it's tough. Got to come up with a method, got to come up with the routine and stick to the routine and keep doing that routine, and you will start to find stuff. Stuff will come to you. You know, garage sales, all that kind of stuff. You just got to build it, and you'll figure it out. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader for that. So everybody who's out there, thank you again for watching. Quick one. And like I said, warts and all, good, bad, indifferent, we're going to show it all. We're going to give you just everything, all right? Straight up. All right, again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.